Posture. Posture is one of the things that we kind of take for granted, and it's so important when we're looking at our overall well-being, our overall health, and how we move about during the day. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name is Zenzo and welcome to my new channel. This channel is really designed to help kind of your everyday average person understand their body, get into fitness, and have a better, healthy life. Today's topic is gonna be all about posture. Now, posture is something that is very important. It is the way that you carry yourself, hold yourself, and move your body throughout the day. And I think a lot of people really don't understand how their posture affects their everyday life and their energy and things like that. So I'm gonna talk a little bit in detail about why posture is important and a couple of tips that are gonna help you improve yours. So let's talk about why posture is important. And for those of you that don't know what posture is the way in which you hold your body. So as an example, if I'm gonna stand here to the side, you can tell that I am properly aligned. Now, if I had bad posture, I'm gonna be kind of hunched over and my shoulders will be forward, my back will be a little bit bent, a little bit of curvature in the spine. So having good posture is having everything aligned and in kind of one direction as our body was designed to be. So one of the reasons why posture is important is that it keeps your body aligned. It keeps your muscles, your joints, your spine, everything in alignment, and that's gonna really help in reducing some fatigue, some soreness, some pain that you might experience. The other thing that it does is that reduces the wear and tear on your joints. So a lot of people think about joints as far as their body, and you think about like your elbow or your knee as far as a joint where you have two parts of your body and there's a pivot point and you think that as a joint. But in actuality, everywhere where your bones are connected to another bone and there is some type of movement there is a joint. So that could be your hip, it could be multiple joints in your spine, your wrists, your ankles, your neck, etc. Those are all different joints. So when you think about wear and tear, think of it like your vehicle. So if you have a car and your vehicle is out of alignment, and let's say that one wheel is pointed this way and another one has a little bit of, it's kind of out of alignment and is kind of in the wrong direction, or it might be tilted a little bit of camber or caster, then your vehicle is not going to roll smoothly down the road and you're gonna have more wear and tear on that one side of the vehicle. You're gonna get increased wear on that tire and you're gonna have increased wear on the joints in that suspension. So all of the suspension components where there are joints, they will have additional wear and tear and eventually you'll have to replace those. With your body, you don't wanna replace your joints. Obviously, you can get artificial knees and hips and things like that, but that's obviously not something that any of us wanna do, and it's quite the extensive operation. So if we can avoid that, if we can, have good posture and have good alignment within our body, you might have a better chance of having better joint health. The other thing that good posture does is it helps to reduce fatigue. So it's gonna reduce any fatigue that you might have in your back, in your neck, just kind of overall fatigue because your body is not fighting to pull itself back into the correct alignment. You're not wasting any energy with your muscles trying to pull you back. You're not gonna be as tired, as sore, because you're gonna have proper alignment. And with proper alignment, you're gonna have more energy. So think about as you interact throughout the day doing things, if you have your body feeling good and you're not sore and you're not like having an achy back or a crook in your neck, you're gonna have more energy to do things, whether it's something fun or work or spending time with your family, whatever it is, you're gonna have more energy because you're not fatigued by having to deal with that soreness, that tightness, that pain in your body. And the last thing that posture does is it makes you look good and feel good. So it's gonna make you taller. So obviously if you have any curvature in your spine, if you're bent over, you're gonna be shorter, right? So not that everybody wants to be tall, and maybe you're tall already, but it will help you present better. So you're gonna be more erect looking, you're gonna be taller, and not only is that going to make you look good, it might make you feel good, and it might make you feel good by the way that others perceive you to look, if you do care about those things, but it is gonna make you feel good internally as well by not having that fatigue and pain. Now today in my demonstration, I have my lovely assistant Taylor, and she's going to be my model so that I can show you what proper alignment looks like and give you some pointers on how to fix it. So the first thing that I want to focus on when we're talking about alignment and posture is where your head and your shoulders and your spine kind of relate to each other. So if I have Taylor here stand right here, what I want is I want her ears to be over her shoulders. If her head is forward and she's like so, and she's walking around like this, if her shoulders are forward and she's hunched over, then obviously she's not in alignment. Her ears are over her feet, her shoulders are over her feet, and she doesn't have alignment with her hips. So if she has proper alignment and her shoulders are back and she's over her head, she has a lot more alignment. So think of it like this. So think about like if you were holding a weight, and let's say it's like a really small 5-pound weight, really easy. I'm big and strong, I could hold that 5-pound weight in my hands all day if I'm holding it right here next to me. Think about like a really small baby as an example. So you have that small weight up against your chest, real tight, aligned with your body. You're not gonna have any fatigue in holding that weight because it's right against your body in your center of gravity. If you take that same 5-pound weight or a jug of milk or that baby and you hold it out in front of you, you're probably only gonna be able to hold it there for 2 to 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes 30 seconds, depending on your strength, because that weight is pulling you forward, it's far from your center of gravity. So the same thing with your head, that head is pulling you down and away and not having you be properly aligned, and that's gonna cause some fatigue in your muscles and in your body. Now, one thing that we wanna look at when we're looking at posture is how do we carry our shoulders? So what I like to do is I like to tell people to pull their shoulders back and down a little bit. So if Taylor were having bad posture, her shoulders will be forward, which means that her shoulder blades are not going to be retracted. So this is basically flat. And when she gets back into good posture, her shoulders are back and her shoulders are aligned with her spine, and she has a lot better posture. So think about pulling your shoulders back and down to have that good posture, and then to make sure that your ears are over your shoulders. So one of the things that we encounter a lot in our daily lives are things that are making us have bad posture. It might be the way that we sit in our car when we drive. You might have a desk job and you're sitting in front of a keyboard or at your office all day. And probably most of you have a smartphone and you're looking at a smartphone hunched over. In fact, you might be watching this video right now hunched over. So if you are, sit up straight, sit erect, and have some good alignment in your body while you're sitting. So if you're like a normal teenager or person or whatever, you're sitting in a chair or a couch or something, and you're hunched over looking at a phone, your head is down, your shoulders are forward, you don't have good posture. Maybe you're sitting at a keyboard doing the same thing, doing homework, doing office work, etc. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have good alignment in our body as we are sitting. Now obviously this is a little bit ridiculous because I'm making her sit up very straight while she's looking at the phone, and that's not really realistic. So she would have to hold the phone much higher. But let's think that it's not so much a phone but more like a computer. So she's sitting at a desk. So if she were sitting at a desk typing, you would want to make sure that you have your body more erect and not bent over so much like so, staring down at your computer, because then you're going to have that bad alignment. So here's a little trick that you can do at home, in your office, anywhere, and all you need is a tennis ball. So what this tennis ball is gonna do is it's gonna be a reminder to yourself to sit up straight. So right now I have Taylor sitting in her chair, and we're gonna imagine that this chair is an office desk chair. So in this example, we have Taylor kind of pretending like she's typing, she's hunched over. Now right now, she has bad posture. She's leaning forward, her shoulders are forward, and you can see this big space here between the back of the chair and her back. If we take this tennis ball and put it right back here in her back, go ahead and sit back. Now she is sitting erect and she has good posture. If she leans forward, that tennis ball is gonna drop. So her goal, and there goes the tennis ball. So her goal is to sit back and keep that tennis ball against her back the entire time so that she has good posture. Now, sitting down at your desk for an entire day with a tennis ball there might be a bit much, right? But if you can sit there for 5 minutes and just practice, or 10 minutes, or maybe every hour let it sit there for 10 minutes, at the top of the hour, put it there for 10 minutes, then you're going to really kind of have some reminders, some cues in your body to pull your shoulders back, to sit back in your chair, to sit erect, so that you don't have bad posture while you're sitting. In this next demonstration, I'm gonna show you a very simple exercise that you can do anywhere, at home, at a gym, whatever. And this is gonna strengthen those muscles in your back that are your pulling muscles that are gonna help you keep more aligned with good posture. So in this demonstration, I'm just using a resistance band, and you can get these anywhere for like $7 or $8, or you can use like a cable machine, or you could even use a towel wrapped around a pole. But in this example, I'm gonna be the pole, so this would normally be like wrapped around something stationary and solid. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have Catherine do a couple of rows, and what she's doing is she's focusing on strengthening these muscles back here while keeping good posture. So that was an example of how you can strengthen your back muscles by using a pulling movement. And I'll get into kind of more detailed exercises down the road, but I just want to kind of show you a very simple thing that you can do to strengthen those muscles in your back to make sure that your back is pulling your shoulders back so that you do have good posture. Now the last thing is a little bit more drastic, and there are devices that you can get that will basically force you into having good posture. And there are certain devices that you can buy online. This happens to be what's called a figure 8 brace. I actually got this from the hospital when I broke my clavicle one time. Basically what it's doing is it's pulling your shoulders back and having good posture. Now the reason why the hospitals use it, the reason why doctors use this, is because if you do have certain injuries to your shoulder, to your clavicle as an example, and something is healing, they want you to heal in the right position, and they want you to really maintain good posture so that you, when you do have that growth and that strength back, that everything is aligned and it's where it's supposed to be. So I put the figure 8 brace on Catherine, and so what this is doing is it's pulling her shoulders back so that she has good posture. Now she doesn't need this, she has very good posture anyway, but if she were, someone that was really having issues with proper posture and really having her shoulders pull forward and was lacking that strength in her back, this would be something that you might want to consider. Talk to your physician, a physical therapist, as far as wearing. So here what this is doing is it's basically strapped around her back and it's pulling her shoulders back and keeping her in proper alignment. So I hope you found that short little video helpful. I wanted to just talk about posture. I think it's something that's often ignored, and I wanted to bring up to all of you why it is important to you, and give you a couple of tips on how to recognize it and how to fix it. That's all I had for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button as well, because this is a brand new channel and I do want to spread the word and get it out to more people. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.